So thank you everyone and welcome to the Thursday evening free Tao Calligraphy field introduction. Okay, so many of us are here because we want to experience being in the Tao Calligraphy field. And as you know, the field is really one of the highest ways to remove our negative information and messages from our soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. And you know, whenever you go to any of Master Sha's workshops, they always talk about Shen, Qi, and Jin. And that is what I just said. Shen includes soul, heart, mind. Qi, energy. Jing is matter, our physical body. And so, you know, we know that Mother Earth is going through some very challenging times. And so it's wonderful that you come and join us in this free gathering. And we're very, very grateful that our teacher, Dr. and Master Shah, is so generous. And he is saying that we do need to have humanity experience this Tao calligraphy field. And this is such a high level and high frequency and vibrational session that I want to make sure that you keep the calligraphies that I will be showing you in your hearts and not on your camera or the screenshots on the computer. Okay, let me see if our speaker is on. Not at this time. Okay, so welcome. I will welcome Lee, Wendy, Joanne, Evelyn, Chiemi, Brittany, Betty, and Amy. Thank you for joining this evening. We are very grateful, and Laurie is on as well. So we're very, very grateful that you are joining us today to actually, as they say, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. So if you want to know if a Tao calligraphy field is powerful, you must experience it. And this is where you can experience the field. And you can make a request whenever we are doing a practice, so that because many of us have challenges in our lives. So you just make a silent request and let's see, and have your request actually manifested. So let me see if our speaker is on. Not yet, but maybe Chiemi or Laurie, are you prepared to do the presentation, or do you want me to continue? I could share our Tao calligraphy field so that we can connect with it at this time, and we will be experiencing by tracing. Okay, I'm going to share. Okay, I think I just got a message saying thank you for doing tonight's session. Okay, let me see. This is wonderful. I got a chance to do it without really knowing that I was going to do it. Okay, so this is the Tao calligraphy field, a very high frequency and very high vibrational field. And as you know, just by being in the presence of this field, you can already feel, you know, our negative messages and blockages being removed. So what we're going to do is we are going to trace. And I want you to really connect. The Tao calligraphy is a source field. When Master Shao creates these calligraphies, he connects with the source. And the source pours the Tao or source Senchi Jing or soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter into the Tao calligraphies. And so that's why it is so powerful. And so when you are tracing, you are connecting with the field. We're going to trace Da I. Okay, let us trace Da'ai. So when you are tracing, we do the circle, which is the Tao. So you do the circle 3 times. Tao, Tao, Tao. So you're connecting with the source, you know, and you're also connecting with the Tao calligraphy. And now you can make a request and you can say, Dear the Tao calligraphy of Da'ai, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please offer me a blessing as most appropriate. And now you can name your request. So if some of you are having challenges in your physical body, name that part of the body. Some of you may be having some emotional challenges, like if you're feeling very anxious or fearful, or if you have depression or sadness, grief, anger, worry, you can place that in and say, please help to transform those negative emotions or unbalanced emotions. Okay, so place in your request, and then you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to experience tracing Da'ai. Okay, so we go down, 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 and then you go inside. And now when you're tracing it, put your 5 fingers together, because each of the fingers represent the 5 elements. Okay, so you know the 5 elements are in our bodies. 5 elements is in everything. It is a universal, really a universal law. But when we're talking about our body, we're talking about the body parts, we're talking about our emotional body, physical body, mental body, and spiritual body as well. So when you are placing your 5 fingers like this, you are actually healing or transforming head to toe, skin to bones. So that's why we always say to place your 5 fingers together. But some of you who are more advanced, you can hold like a golden ball right in front of your lower abdomen, okay? And then, you can move, because our foundational energy centers are in our lower abdomen area. And we need to boost this area so that we can actually boost our energy, stamina, vitality, immunity, because this is the core. It actually connects with the source as well. So you can just move your lower abdomen. This is the Dan. Feel right here, lower Dan. And then when you are moving it, your hands automatically goes, right? Can you see as I'm doing I'm actually tracing the inside of the circle, the Tao circle. Okay, there we go. And this is very powerful. As our teacher would say, when you do this practice with the 5 fingers, it's very powerful. But when you do it with your lower abdomen, it's even more powerful. But some of you may not be feeling good today and you're resting. Perfectly fine. Just being in the field is very powerful. So you can just lie down and just feel, frequency just flowing into you. And as the light is coming in, what is being removed? The darkness or the negative messages or the negative information that are causing the challenges that we are having in our lives. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, so, and then I will actually chant some mantras. This is very powerful. The field, frequency and vibration, removes negative messages, information, but also the sound power, the voice. So when I play a song, Tao song by Master Sha, his sound, his frequency is so high that it works the same way. The frequency and vibration just removes these blockages and we start to heal faster. Okay, so let us make the circle and begin. Da. I know all of you made your request. Da. 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 I. Mu Jiao Jian. I. Ru. Was I not? Xin Qi Shen sometimes our mind says, I'm going to do this. I was just going to be chanting Da I. But as I was chanting the other words, the other mantra came out. So I think it needed to be sung. Okay, let's go. Da I, 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 I, da I, da I, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. So when you are tracing a Tao calligraphy, which is a oneness calligraphy, when you start, you must trace all the way to the end. Do not break it up. Even if the chanting stops, continue to do the tracing all the way down to the end of the calligraphy. This oneness calligraphy, calligraphy is an art, but this is very special. We call it the transformative art. Why? Because it's transforming our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our physical body. And I'm going to look for let me see, a wonderful, I know you saw this many times, but it's always good to see videos over and over again, because as you're watching it, you might say, I missed that part, and then many times when they're offering a blessing, you too are receiving the blessing. But today what I wanted to share with you is about Carmen. And this is an older video about her healing. But I just returned home from an event in Toronto. And do you know that I saw her and she was looking very good and healthy? So many of you may have doubts and say, wow, this thing was taken maybe 3 or 4 years ago. How is she doing today? I actually saw her and she was there. And she did give another testimonial about her experiences in life. And I think what's going to happen is they may have made another video. But this is the one that we have. So I want you to connect with Carmen, who had a life-threatening illness. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to go back. And I forgot to press share. Okay, let me share that screen. And if someone could tell me that they see it on the screen, I would be very, very grateful. Okay. I can see it. Good, thank you. Okay, so let's connect.
Traveling is like the blood in my veins. It enlivens me. I love to discover and experience different cultures, different people, and places around the world. Life is a journey that can take us to some unexpected places. In 2013, it took me to India, Nepal, China, United States, Turkey, in search of a cure that would save my life. It was like a pilgrimage of hope for me. When I received the diagnosis for breast cancer, I didn't panic. I wasn't feeling fear. I cried a lot and felt liberated. My mind was very clear that I was going to follow my heart. I decided I did not want to go through the conventional treatment of chemotherapy. I wanted to explore another alternative medicine to heal from it. For a year in 2013, I traveled the world looking for a cure. I tried traditional Chinese medicine treatments, learned Qigong in China. I learned to do yoga and meditation in India. I went to see a herbal doctor in Nepal. After 2 years, there was no improvement in my tumor condition.
It was very difficult for me to accept and to wait. I tried to convince her to follow the surgery. Please do this for the children's sake, for the family's sake.
So finally, I decided to go to Istanbul for surgery and chemotherapy. The cancer treatment was successful and it went into remission. I was ready to embrace my life fully again, without the burden and worry of whether I will be around anymore or how much time I have left. Life was good again. And then life decided to take me on another journey into the unknown. A year later, a blood test showed high markers for tumor. This time, the cancer had metastasized to my liver and it was already 80% covered with cancer. The doctor told me it was too advanced for liver transplant or surgery. They told me I didn't have much time left.
And the most difficult part was when the doctors told us there is no solution anymore and there is not so much time. This was the most difficult to accept. I was feeling very, very sad, very depressed. I was crying from time to time. I was not able to save her at the end.
We flew to Houston, Texas, to get a second opinion on my prognosis, and it was the same. The oncologist wasn't able to help me.
After the discussion with the doctors in Houston, we had the flight back to Europe. I told her very open and honestly that I would rather die in her place because I was sure that for our children it would be better with a mother than with a father.
When Dragos said that to me, it really made me more determined to stay alive. I remember calling Dragos one afternoon and told him I saw vision. A Chinese man. I told him I know there is a Chinese healer who is going to save my life. A few months later, a friend invited me to a healing retreat. I received some remote healing transmission from Master Sha, who was in Toronto, and I was in Netherlands. I was on the stage receiving this transmission, and I felt very emotional, and tears came. Everyone in the room was clapping and cheering for me. I felt very alive. When I met Master Sha in person in 2019 at a healing retreat in Hawaii, I finally connected the dots. I realized he was the Chinese man I saw in my vision. This was the man who was going to save my life. Just 3 months after more healing blessing from Master Sha, my MRI showed that I only had 1 dot of cancer left on the membrane of my liver. 1 dot. Before the healing blessings, my liver was 80% covered with cancer. It was truly a miracle. I continued to do Tao Calligraphy Tai Chi 2 hours a day at home together with my husband Dragos. I would trace Tao Calligraphy with my hands and my body like doing Tai Chi. I can feel the healing frequencies of love and light coming to parts of my body. I felt energy moving and my body became warm. Every time I traced, I started to feel better. And the frequency is even stronger when I trace with my husband Dragos together, and he can feel it too. You have to experience it to know it. Tao Calligraphy is a sacred, transformative art that carries healing frequencies. You just connect with this healing field, and it really worked for me. Dear Divine, dear Tao, dear all my spiritual fathers and mothers in heaven, I love you, I honor you, and I appreciate you. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you. I also do this forgiveness meditation daily to heal the negative messages that have caused my cancer condition on the soul level. This meditation is very powerful to help me release a lot of soul, heart, mind, and body blockages.
I picked up the Chinese brush for the first time in my life. I didn't know what to expect. I never saw before Chinese calligraphy, but it was magic. When you start, you have to experience it, otherwise it's difficult to describe the peace that you can feel and the healing which starts from within. You immediately start feeling like you are connected with something bigger than your understanding and your mind. I decided to become Tao Calligraphy practitioner. We are feeling like we are doing something, it's not like waiting without a solution. We are doing something, we are fighting for something together on the same journey.
I never asked why me. In my heart, I wasn't afraid of dying. If this is what God wanted for me, there must be something I must learn from it. When I met Master Sha for the first time, I was very moved by the great love that he has for everyone. His heart of service really touched me. I knew there are bigger reasons for me to meet Master Sha, not just to heal from my cancer. He can teach me something. 9 months later, after my trip to Hawaii, where I met Master Sha, I went back for my MRI in December 2019. This time, the result showed that all my cancer was gone. I never imagined that my life would be saved by calligraphy art.
We are very happy and very grateful that my mom is healthy and that she's healed, and that we get to spend a lot of time with her and that we still have her in our lives.
What I learned from Master Sha is I have the power to heal myself. You have the power to heal yourself. Together, we have the power to heal the world. Now, Dragos and I can apply the Tao calligraphy techniques we learned and using Tao calligraphy we can heal ourselves and our family. I have healed my children from headaches, from the flu, and many things. My family is happier and healthier thanks to Tao Calligraphy healing.
I feel the energy coming to my body and I feel better. Usually when I have headaches, she made me trace the calligraphy 10-15 minutes and it helped me. It just works, I don't know how. It's just coming to me. I feel more powerful when I trace.
With the Tao calligraphy cards, I bring them to school every day, and it helps me focus more on my exams.
My cancer was really a blessing in disguise. It showed me a new way of living, of healing and transformation. I have more courage to love more, care more, live to the fullest of my life. I'm grateful for all the places that life has taken me. It has taught me to open my heart to discover that life is full of miracles. We just need to be open to receive it.
This is such a wonderful, amazing, and incredible story. And you know, when you see the person doing so well after so many years, you know the power of Tao calligraphy. So, what did we just learn when we saw this video? It showed the power of Tao calligraphy field. And you know, every calligraphy is a field. And why does it heal these, and why do we have these miracles happening? Because the Tao calligraphy carries the ultimate creator and the source field that can transform many aspects of our lives. In fact, almost every aspect of our lives, from our physical bodies, mental body, spiritual body, and emotional bodies. And you know, as Master Sha creates these calligraphies, he connects with the source and it pours into the 10 greatest qualities. You know, the 10 greatest qualities are the Tao, nature. And so it's in the calligraphies, in every calligraphy that Master Sha creates. And each calligraphy has maybe a different frequency or vibration or dimension. And the one that we talk about that creates a lot of miracles quickly is the Tao calligraphy field. And you know, I think maybe Brittany can put up I know next month is October, so we're going to have a new membership program. So she may have the link to register for that. We have our Tao calligraphy field membership plan for the whole month. And the thing is, you can go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's all different times because we try to help have as many people that can come at this certain time. So I think on Monday we have it at 2 o'clock to 3. And then on Wednesday I have mine from 8 to 9. And Jamie will have hers on Friday from 10:30 to 11:30. And each of our sessions are different. You know, we're all different, so we have different ways of presenting things. Like if you went to Laurie's, she would give whatever she can. And many times it's about, because she is a Tao calligraphy teacher, and so sometimes she would even create calligraphies on the screen. And Chiemi is an occupational therapist, so she does wonderful movement, especially for senior citizens, you know. And we're doing it in the field. So as we are doing our stretches, we are chanting and we are being in the field. And so if you are having any problems like in balancing yourself, because she gears it to the senior citizens, it is so powerful. So if you want to experience, as Master Shah said, if you want to experience something, you need to try it out. So, try and experience the pair or the Tao calligraphy field for a month. And I know many of you would start for a month and then you would continue on, because Master Shah says the more you go into the field, the more of our blockages are being removed. Sometimes deeper levels or layers of blockages are coming up, right? And so we get those clear. He always mentioned too about prevention. He always says prevention is the key, because you don't want to go into the field when you are really, really sick. Of course, when you are really, really sick, you come in. But he said, even before you are sick, come into the field so you can remove these layers. But if you are very sick, what happens is it takes a little longer, And so he always mentions prevention is the key. So come into the field even if you're feeling good, because blockages are being removed. Like, you take a bath every day. He says be in the field. And the beauty of this membership program is that it's recorded. So you can go back and watch it. Sometimes you miss, you may have some appointments or things, so you can't come to the time that we are presenting our sessions. But you can go to the playlist and watch the replays of our sessions. And it is just as powerful. So I'm hoping that many of you will really get to experience being in the field. I know many of you already are in the field, and it doesn't matter. You can come to our field, but there are many other, like I know Malia has her field, and Diane on Oahu, so does Margaret, and I think and Gina, right? They all have these level 1 Tao calligraphy field. I know Malia has a level 2, but go to any of the field, because this is what Master Shah wants. Master Shah is here to save humanity so that they can go through life smoothly without too many challenges. But you need to be in the field, you need to trace, you need to do your part. He offers a lot of blessings, but if we don't do our part and do our practices, that's only 50% that is being healed. Like heaven blesses us, but we have to do our practice. So he always says, you need to do 10 ren, 10 is heaven, ren humanity, guban 50-50. So we need to do our part in order to heal 100% or feel much better faster. Okay? So I'm not sure if in the chat there is the link, but is there anyone who'd like to share? If when you came on the line tonight and you were not feeling good, we can maybe do a blessing for that person. You can write it in the chat. I think maybe someone can, I'll check to see. Or you can unmute yourself and we can offer a blessing in this field. Being in the field makes a very, very big difference because of the frequency and vibration. As I said, it carries the 10 greatest qualities, like greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. And as we all say, the purpose of life is to serve. And to serve is to make others happier and healthier. And that is the reason why we have this Tao Calligraphy healing field, to make others happier and healthier. So let me see. Is there anyone that would like to have a blessing in the field? You know, we're really blessed by Master Sha's generosity, where he says we can offer, you know, because many times these high frequency field or calligraphies, we need to offer and honor heaven because of the virtue, amount of virtue that's being used. But because he really wants to serve and make humanity a healthier place, he says that we can offer this free healing evening to be in the field. Okay? So I think we have all healthy people here.
I would like to receive, if possible. I was having like funny sensations in my heart all day, kind of like heart palpitations and just feeling like more drained. I've been doing a lot of work, so I think I just need a little extra love there.
Okay, this is wonderful. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing what you're feeling. I'm going to share the Tao calligraphy field, and all of us who have Tao hands, we're going to say we turn them on as most appropriate as we offer a blessing to Brittany for her heart area and whatever she is feeling that's most appropriate to her. Okay, and there's one saying feeling really tired, so I think okay, we can also add Amy. Okay, because we'll add her on to boost her energy, stamina, vitality, immunity. So Amy can concentrate on her lower abdomen area because that is our foundational energy center, right? So when we boost that area, oh, we get more energy. And she's feeling tired, so this is being wonderful. And being in the field and doing this practice and offering blessings as most appropriate is the way to go. Okay, so let me share. I think we'll do, since we trace Da'ai, right now we're going to do Da Kuan Shu. This is really, Da Kuan Shu is where we really ask for forgiveness from the bottom of our hearts, be very sincere for all of the mistakes that our ancestors and we have made in all of our lifetimes. Because many of the mistakes that our ancestors and we have made to these souls or to people, that same thing that we caused them suffering is coming back to us. So what we need to do is we ask for forgiveness from the bottom of our hearts. And we know that when we ask for forgiveness, we must make sure that we go out to serve. Because in order to be forgiven, you need to serve humanity and all souls. Because that is the purpose of our lives. And then, they know our sincerity and they start to bless us. Okay, so let us connect with Da Kuan Shu. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the music because we're going to have the Tao calligraphy field, we're going to have the sound field, and Master Shah is going to be singing. And we're going to do our invocation. Let's check the time. Dear the Tao calligraphy of Da Kuan Shu, we love you, we honor you, and we appreciate you. Please offer a blessing as most appropriate to Brittany for her heart area and to Amy to boost her energy, stamina, vitality, and immunity. We are very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dear my Tao hands and divine endowed treasures, and some of you who do not have Tao hands or treasures, you can just say, I offer my love, okay? And say, I offer we tell our Tao hands and divine endowed treasures to please turn on to offer a blessing to Brittany and Amy as most appropriate for whatever we made a request for. We are very grateful that we are able to serve in this way. And remember, when we are serving, we also gain virtue. And sometimes when you're offering a blessing to someone, you think to yourself, wow, how come I'm feeling so good? That's because the virtue is flowing into you as well. So, heaven is so wonderful, you know. It just gives us the virtue as we are blessing others, and the others start to heal very quickly. And we thank the Tao field that we are in. So let us trace Da Kuan Shu. I will go over it once so that some of you can. Okay, this is, you go 3 times the circle, then you go Da. Now these are very powerful, powerful Tao calligraphies. Okay, you go down. So while you are connecting, you're already removing a lot of blockages because you are connecting to the calligraphy, the Tao calligraphy, to the source. Okay, and what does it do? It transforms every aspect of your life or whatever you made a request for. Okay, Da Kuan Shu, greatest forgiveness. Okay, I will put it on the top. So each of you you can start to send your love, blessings. And as you are tracing, make sure that you visualize the light that is coming out from the calligraphies and flowing into Brittany and Amy to offer their blessing.
Da Kuan Shu, 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 Da Kuan Shu. you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony.我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。
Done, we say how Mandarin is everything is perfect, excellent, perfect health. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank the Tao Calligraphy healing field. We thank our Tao hands, our divine endowed treasures, and all of the holy beings that were present here to support us in this blessing for Brittany and for Amy. It's most appropriate for them. So we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let us share and see how you're feeling. You know, it's always wonderful. And if you're tracing, trace all the way to the end, because I will turn off the calligraphy. But, you know, Master Cha always says, when you are experiencing something, it's wonderful to share. That is part of service, because you're letting others know. And you know, he said, even if you don't feel good, say it, because he said sometimes it takes a little longer, and sometimes it's the purification process. Sometimes you may feel worse. Well, why is that happening? And so it's good to share that, so that I can explain to you that sometimes that we have a great big blessing and all of a sudden you feel worse. You need to say to yourself, thank you, thank you, thank you, because everything that is not needed inside of me is coming out, right? And so you need to be so grateful for that. You know, so that's why Master Sha always says to share. I know some of you don't want to say, oh, I feel worse, but there is a reason why. And so it's good, whatever, you know, happens to you, please share. We say sharing is caring. So is there anyone who'd like to share how they felt, even as you were offering the blessing? How did you feel?
I'll share. Thank
Okay.
you all, first of all. Thank you. Yeah, I actually do feel it feels a little bit more intense now. I'm a little more aware of it. So do some more practicing.
Wonderful. You see, because what's happening now is that when it comes out, it's being released, then it starts to, I want to tell you a story about someone who um, was on, I think it was on um, a Thursday evening, and we offered the blessing, and that person reported, oh, they didn't feel any different. But the following day, I got a text message, and they said, oh my goodness, when that person got up, they felt so good. The pain was, you know, much better. So, it takes time. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it boom. The pain just goes away. But Master Sha would say, whatever happens, even if the pain is worse, he would say, congratulations, because something did happen, you know. And I'm hoping that Amy will, I know that you don't want to get that energy before you go to sleep, but you just turn on your, whatever your Tao hands and say, please offer me a, quality sleep, and you'll get good quality sleep as well. But I know you need the energy. Energy is so important, energy, stamina, vitality, immunity, because we are here to serve, right? And if we cannot, if we don't have that energy, it's very difficult. So I think Amy would like to share. Oh, I see Amy. Oh, maybe
Can
Greg.
you hear me?
Oh,
Can you
wait.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so as the blessing started, I could immediately feel the vibrations and the warmth in my body. And with since Master Shah, with Master Shah's music and his singing, I really felt uplifted and could feel the energy coming to my body. So thank you very much.
Yes, I guess you felt the calligraphy field power as well as the sound power of Master Shah. Thank you, Amy, for sharing that. And Gregory, thank you, Gregory. He's going to share something.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi,
One,
Gregory.
one, one big word, believe. You need to believe, we need to believe that this works. For example, I take pills for my prostate, but it's not medication, it's from a Chinese doctor. I believe it worked for my prostate, and it does work. Something called a CPAP machine, I believe it works to help me breathing, and it has worked over the last 17 years. So my mom told me, and she said to me, you have to believe that it works. Otherwise, whatever it is, excuse me, pills, CPAP machines, believing in Master Shah's blessings and healing, removing the blockages. If we don't believe this, it's going to work, then it's very good that it may not work. It may not work, but I just wanted to let you know that we all need to believe. There was a African American woman named Dr. Sandra King at the opening of our center in Honolulu about 5 years ago. She started out sitting next to Master Shah, says one word, believe. Okay, so just so. Thank you. And sorry I talked so long.
No. Thank you, Gregory. That is exactly, we were at a retreat in Toronto, and one of the words, all the time we're listening to them speak, you need to believe. You need to have that trust and belief, and I'm very grateful that Gregory brought this up. Thank you, Gregory. And it's so nice to see you. And I thank each and every one of you for being on this session, because you could actually feel the Tao calligraphy field. So no matter what, try as much as possible to be in the field. And, I'm very, very grateful that you come on to experience this on Thursday evenings. So I would like to thank Wendy, Saray, Marlene, Marie, Lee, Joanne, Gregory, Evelyn, Chiemi, Brittany, Brian, Betty, Amy, all of you. Thank you so, so much for joining us today. We love you all. We thank you all. So aloha and mahalo, and we'll see you next Thursday. Okay? Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you. Thank you, Annette.
Oh, you're welcome. Love you all.
Bye.